my thing. I'm trying to do this. What up, what up, what up, what up? You know who it is. Yeah, that's me. I'm here trying to work this. It's my first time being on here. Bubbles. Hey. Happy resurrection, man. Our brother Jesus has resurrected 3 days in the tomb. You know, it's a blessing, man. Man, favor to the Most High, man. The King is back, man. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling today, man? You know me, thankful about to release some new music. I was trying to release some today. I still am. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go to my YouTube. Make sure you go check out my storyline, man. I got a cold storyline, man. I got a cold storyline for real. I'm about to drop on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know, a little bit about me. You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't know about me. Most cats know I'm an artist, I'm a promoter, a videographer, but for the most part, man, I'm human. Um, I go through my trials and tribulations, and I go through everything just like everybody else. But how you get up the next morning, how you get back out on the horse, how you ride out. You know what I'm saying? Is what's gonna be written in time. So um, I'm thankful, man. I'm at a point in my life where I am maturing and understanding what responsibilities is and how to dedicate myself to the energy that is receptive, is receiving of me, like it's real, man. Like our time here on earth is short, man. So, you know, I am blessed to be able to document my experience over time, you know. Um, when I really started taking myself and my career real serious, it's really it was really left with I was really left with a couple options. Not being um, a graduate of high school or college or anything of that, you know. Um, I entered into the retail and that and theater when I was in my high school years. So that those was my two options. Either the theater or to be a good salesman because I really didn't have no high school education. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to take me to the next level. Um, but you know, I had a best friend. Rest in peace, Cody Hunter. Um, he was an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like a real die-hard artist. Like when you think about love, man, my God loved the art. Like he was an artist for real. Like he read books. He was up on his hip hoponomics. You know what I'm saying? And what was going on, and new trends, and um, me and him kind of blended because in the 10th grade, we still was holding on to like uh, Pokemon cards, and I had baseball cards and football cards and um, basketball cards. You know what I'm saying? So when we was in class, me and him used to chop it up about cards and stuff. And just so happened he stayed right down the street from me. So I used to go over his house, and what I'm saying, he really the one that introduced me to like MCing. Like I was always like a b-boy. I love dancing. I ain't gonna lie, I love dancing, and you know, but music really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I really wasn't like far as being able to talk. I wasn't interested in uh, performing and talking and speaking and you know. um, I was more of an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to draw. You know, I used to have all kind of cartoons and stuff uh, posted up on my walls that I used to draw. The Simpsons, the Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? I used to love me some Ninja Turtles, boy. But yeah, so when Cody came around, you know, I really um, started producing tracks. And okay, any of y'all know about Sony PlayStation? They had a game called MTV Generator, and you can actually sample tracks and create beats on there. So I was able to actually produce my first songs, my first tracks off of the generator, the PlayStation generator, off of the MTV generator. So, you know, I remember coming across Bad Side, aka Las Vegas Finest, Cali, and aka West West, and Jay Dollar. You know, they was all over there, and you know, I used to buy weed from them. Me and my boy Cody, we used to buy weed from them, and we let them hear our beats, and they was fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I gave them a pack. You know, I gave them the five beats that I did create. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so that was really what really sparked, you know, me just entering into the hip hop world. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I started noticing, you know, on the radio, Stacy G, All You Can See Is My Dust. It was 420, Murders, Click Out One, um, Sporty Mac, um, Grease, Kurt B, Polly Mac, um, Lou Collins, Silky D, uh, Jay from Vegas, King J, Michael Elliott, Bonafide, Hurt 'em Bad, Richard T, Bozy T, Twix. Um, I mean, Quadir. I mean, I can go on and on, man. It was just a list of uh, me finding new artists and even the OGs that been doing it for years. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to see, you know, they backing and um, able to learn more of my culture. You know what I'm saying? Of what I'm actually surrounded by. Like, what am I doing with myself? You know what I'm saying? I was about, um, I say early 16. You know what I'm saying? Early 16, fresh off the boat, realizing that, you know, even though I am in high school, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't. I can't live up to their standards. And even though I love basketball, it just wasn't enough to keep me there. So, you know, my attention was more so of what was happening outside of school, and I wanted to get to real life like real soon. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that like I was ready to get to life real soon. So, you know, I told my best friend, you know what I'm saying, Cody, like, you know, we got to develop a group, you know what I'm saying? Because we was recording in in the in the in the in the closet, you know what I'm saying? My boy Jesse, rest in peace to my boy Jesse, clever. Uh, you know, he had his parents' house in Summerlin, and we used to record with a stinking ass sock over the mic, and we recorded some of our greatest hits up in there. Um, and from that era, developing our sound, developing the content, developing our group. You know, I told my best friend Cody that, you know, we gotta separate ourselves from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, we thugs, but you know, you know, we more like poetic. You know what I'm saying? We more like poets. He was like, yeah. It's like, yeah, we thug poets. He was like, yeah, thug poetry. You know what I'm saying? So we actually came up with uh, the group name Thug Poetry. His name was Y.A Poet, and mine was Y.A Poet. And we were supposed to come in the game like a group. You know what I'm saying? About the time Nelly, what I'm saying, got hot and started killing the scene. Like I developed that concept of singing, rapping in in the in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I told Cody. I said, "Oh, day, man, look, what we doing here? Like, I like to dance. You you just a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You a street gangster. So I'm just gonna sing rap, my nigga. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sing rap, and that's what you know what I'm saying. I had a I don't even want to give you the old shit that I used to, because I just remembered like a little bit of it. But it was something like down, down, baby, yo, street. It was something like that, you know what I'm saying? But it was harder because I was coming off the dome. But that process, at 16, rapping in the closet, um, us developing our own names, us developing a concept of what we was gonna do when we got out of high school, um, and we was rapping like in parks. We used to go to like Freedom Park, Battle. Um, we used to go to like um, Cody had an uncle that used to sell weed, and he had his own business on Lake Mead, um, on Maryland Parkway, and we used to go to his studio and record some of our first hits. Like I remember previously or before then, right? Like this was when I had my boy Leotis and Tim. These two guys was like brothers. Um, we had a crew called Wolfpack, and I remember recording our first track. Like I was so stoked. I was 19. I remember I was 19 years old when I recorded my first track. I went home like I got a chance to hear myself on wax. I was stoked. You know what I'm saying? So from there on, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna say a complete song, because what we was doing in the closet was rapping off of other people's beats. And even though I had my own beats, they wasn't hard enough. I felt like they weren't hard enough, so we still was like mixtaping, rapping off other people's beats. So, when we got older and we actually like got into the studio and recorded our first track, uh, that was I was 19 years old. I had to be like 2001. You know what I'm saying? I was fresh off the press, like ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And from there on, I mean, I kind of knew, like, yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is one. But I really didn't know until um, Cody passed away. You know what I'm saying? Until my best friend passed away, and I went to prison in 2002 at the age of 20. And while I was in prison, I would say like a year in, I seen Cody uncle on the yard. His uncle Blue. Um, was it Blue? I think it was Blue. Yeah. And I seen him, and he was telling me that Cody had passed away, and I was like, nah, man, I just left Cody, man. So he called his grandma, and she confirmed it, and we sobbed, and I went back to my holding cell that day, confused and didn't understand what God did for me, because we were selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like when I left him, like I left the dope house, went to my grandma's house, and I remember it like it was yesterday. She said before I left the house, she said, "Honey, be careful. Whatever you do, just be careful." And man, I went to somebody's store and started taking stuff and came out and they scooped me up, and so happened I still had another case. So they pretty much, you know what I'm saying, just put me in my first time in prison. You know, they just threw me in prison. You know what I'm saying? And the case was for like some $40 speakers. So I had a case for $40 speakers, and then I got caught taking tennis shoes. So I spent my 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 first 21 in the penitentiary, and I got a chance to actually get to know myself as a man. But I could have been with my best friend, man, in that dope house, you know, and what the word was, cause if you ever been in a dope house or was so dope, you know what I'm saying, like the crackheads, they'll tell you like, hey, um, whoop de whoop over there, you know what I'm saying? They talking about coming to rob y'all and whoop de whoop. So you used to get all the info coming in from the base heads. You know what I'm saying? So some nights we'd be up in there, lights off with the guns cocked ready to go just in case anybody kicked it in. You know what I'm saying? Because it was always those moments. But I would have never thought in 100 years, you know, that that would have happened while my best friend was up in there by himself. And yeah, they kicked in the door. Um, he ran. They shot him. And you know, I I told myself, you know what I'm saying, when I found out that information, from his grandma and his uncle, I went back to my cell saying, if if this is it, if this is what you're gonna do for the rest of your life, then you know, brand it, brand it, put it out there. So that's when I got my first tattoo. It was kind of like an honor. You know what I'm saying? I got them tattooed on my chest, and then I got Y.A Poet on my arm, just letting myself know that this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, bro. There is no going back. This is you. You are the poet. You are Y.A now, bro. Now you keeping two legacies alive. You know what I'm saying? And more to come, because as I, you know, grew into this industry and in this hip hop world, many soldiers have been lost. You know, my brother Tragic, rest in peace to Tragic, man. He actually, you know, got hit right after Cody. Like right after Cody, I believe he was one of the next big hit. When he died, it was more, you know, like because he was a celebrity. Like Dog was on video games and some more. Him and my boy Infrared, they infiltrated the video game um, situation, and that was a Las Vegas thing. Like Cats in Las Vegas was on video games and some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? They was on a height of a game when Tragic. What had happened was, I mean, Tragic was a pimp, man. He was a player. He was a playboy from when I knew him, a Mac Daddy, and he had a woman that was in relation with an off-duty police officer. And what happened was, whatever happened with him and her, she called him. And Tragic ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? He had the whatever, the whoop de whoop, by the whoop de whoop, and then when the dude came in, he gave him the business. Because all threats, man, when you come into a man's house, and you already know what the situation is, because what I'm saying, the woman had already told you what it was on the phone. So all threats took him serious. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he did, and they tried to ban hip hop in 2007 to 2008 to 2009, and it was a tragic. It really was a tragic. They sent letters off to all the bars and clubs and let them know, don't book local artists, don't book hip hop acts in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? We are banned, and a lot of people took that serious, man. A lot of people took that as a threat to our economy, as a threat to our way of living, as a threat to us eating. I mean, even in these days, I mean, that's when like Barack Obama was about to be in office. So we was really on our Black Power trip then. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I did was, I was able to come back to Vegas because when I got out of prison, um, I went straight to Birmingham, Alabama with my mom's. You know what I'm saying? My mom's and I haven't seen each other since I was like 7 years old. So I went back to Birmingham, seen her, um, loved on her, and then I was literally, this is Juneteenth. I mean, I'm cracking in the South. I mean, that's how I got my start again. I got my start going out there to the South, starting my own business, and I'm doing a Juneteenth um, in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there with my boy Magic with the Bond Productions, and we on stage in front of like 5,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm on fire with my new song "Stick 'Em," and I get off the stage high as a sky, and I get that call from Mom Dukes, telling me that my pops just passed. I'm like, what? I mean, pops is 46 years of age. You know what I'm saying? In great health, great shape. I just seen pictures from dude. You know what I'm saying? He look like a wrestler. Uh, but I got that call while I'm performing in front of 5,000 people in the South, in Texas, on a Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? And I, to this day, you know, will never forget that. I mean, the first thing I did was got on the first thing smoking and went and pay my respects to my father and my family. And one of my ways of grieving was going into the studio. So I basically just went straight into studio mode and went into productive mode. And when I see my grandma, I got a chance to just spend some time with my grandma and see her. I was like, you know what? I got to come back to Vegas. So I spent 11 months out there in the South developing my craft, getting my business together. That's where I came out with Loose Change Productions. That's why I came out with my own production, my own publishing company. Jesus is my homeboy productions. And I got a chance to move in ranks out there. So when I got to Vegas, I was already in order. Um, and by the grace of God, I'm thankful that I did come back in that short amount of time. Um, I would say like 8 months. My grandmother passed away while I was in Vegas. So, you know, I got a chance to come to Vegas. I got a chance to, you know, reconnect with my grandmother, get a better understanding on who I was, and what journey I was about to go on as an artist. You know what I'm saying? That's when I really started taking it serious. Like my mama tell me this all the time. Like I was in the South working a couple jobs, and me and her was working at Taco Bell together. And it was just one day where I was like, Mama, I ain't never working for nobody else again. I ain't never working for no other white man ever again in my life. And I left Taco Bell that day and never looked back. You know what I'm saying? That's when I knew from that day that this is what I was gonna do. So, whatever I had to do, whether it was pressing up my own CDs, whether it was pressing up my own T-shirts or hoodies, um, I was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. And I just want to say to anybody out there, use the life that we do have, and even when we do go have these obstacles of death, um, those are spirits that are still watching us and still are rooting for us. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be, we just got to keep positivity, man. We got to keep the positivity note on the music and know that a lot of things that we produce here on earth is not going to make it to heaven. So let's produce some quality music that's gonna make it to the other side. That will be praised. That will be glorified. You know what I'm saying? In the name of the Son, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Because at the end of the day, like I said, my whole journey, my whole mission, me going through all these obstacles, me losing people, only to receive them once again because they have gave me so much. They have gave me gifts that I am now understanding what I am, and what I'm able to do. You know what I'm saying? I am a servant. I am a servant, man. I'm a servant from the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful with these gifts, and if I don't use them, I will lose them. So, however you can utilize and strategize, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me, man. I'm open. You know, I'm I'm a better face to face person than I am online or texter. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gotta know everything that we doing. You know what I'm saying? So, let's eat together. Let's sleep under the same roof together. Let's figure it out. Because at the end of the day, we so separate right now that all this could be had, all the disagreements, all the misunderstandings could be had with just some fellowship and some bonding and some eating and some drinking and some celebrating. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta put ourselves back in the same mindset that the music is the heartbeat. You know, you need the heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? But that's not all. You need the family. The music brings the family together, the camaraderie, you know, the celebrations, you know. Let's use it for what it's supposed to be used for. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful. It's my first live on here. You know, y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure, man, y'all subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you repost. Make sure you tell somebody. I got a new album dropping called Escapegoat. I got a new movie. I got a new documentary, and I have a new talk show. I'm going to be running my mouth for a very long time, only because it's needed. It's needed right now. You know what I'm saying? The information is needed, and all the work I didn't put in, I'm about to show you all what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So I got 2 more minutes to give you some more insight on what is to come. Shows, tours. I mean, can y'all see me in Paris? Wouldn't you like to put Ernest Monroe, Mr. Vegas, Mr. Black Vegas in Paris so I can talk about it? You know what I mean? Please, man, don't be shy. Listen, my cash app is $ YAPOET. That is $YAPOET, man. Donate. I'm trying to put this documentary in the right hands. And that it will be our youth, to keep it in our archives. So, man, donate to the cause, man. I got a GoFundMe over there. Just type in straight out of Vegas documentary, and you will see the documentary pop up, and you can donate. I'm raising $1,000 so I can drop the next screening, the next preview, so you guys can see and witness history. In 2024, history is still being uncovered. You heard? That's right, baby. Yeah, we still dropping them. And it's called Sleeping Giants, man, because they've been sleeping on my culture. You know what I'm saying? They've been sleeping on black culture in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you go dial in with lvculture.net too. They got everything from the black directory to where you want to go eat at, where you want to go get your car, where you want to get your hair washed at, where you want to go get some food at. Tap into lvculture.net, okay? I built it myself with my own hands, man. I celebrate over 500 black businesses, all right? I love y'all, and Happy Resurrection Day.